Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a very special unboxing, something really quick I was going to open. Got something in here from, let's see, who's this from? DLT Trading. So let's take a look. Today I'm opening it up with my Devo Knives, the Premium Pony Stout. I believe this is made by Kubi for Devo Knives. It's a great little knife. I had a bunch of the budget ones, ended up giving every single one of them away during the giveaways. Just couldn't justify holding on to it, you know, because I like to give away good giveaways. But this one I kept a hold of. Let's see here. Do we have a receipt in here? We do. So just grab that out of the way real quick. Make sure we have our nice little sticker. Make sure there's nothing else on there. Yeah, I think that is everything. All right, let's take a look. It's kind of an interesting little knife. I had a chance to get it earlier, but I didn't. Kind of passed up on it. And then I heard more and more about it, and I thought, oh gosh, maybe we should go take a look. So this is from DLT Trading. You can get it at a bunch of different places, but I happened to find it there, so I went with them first. Sorry, my desk is all dirty from cleaning knives and doing different things. So this is Vanguard. It's called a Cheetah. Let's see here. Gray titanium carbon inlay, titanium clip. So Vanguard, Switzerland company, right? But I believe the people who are doing this knife might be Kubi for them. Now that's pretty cool. Now look at this. Well, it's a little titanium model Cheetah M390 titanium Tuya knife. So it's Tuya knives, right? Vanguard, there we go. So if you're familiar with Tuya knives, they're pretty good, pretty cool. Do I have stuff from Tuya knives? I'm pretty sure I do. I have to think of which ones are from Tuya. Sorry, my brain's kind of a little brain fart there. But I heard a lot of good things about this. And I was debating whether to get the Timascus clip. I'm not really into Timascus, but I don't know. I didn't go for it. Maybe I'll regret it, but we'll see. I'll put this off to the side. So this right here is the Vanguard Cheetah. Now what I noticed right away was beautiful chamfering all the way around when I saw the videos. A very thin lock bar, which is really nice. A small clip, which is really cool with some flexibility. And a little cutaway with the inlays and the carbon fiber. So carbon fiber. I mean, this one's not perfect. There's a little gap there. You know, I mean, it happens. Everyone else talked about some had really high, some had really low. But mine seems pretty good. I don't know if it's a captive pivot. It looks like there's screws on both sides. Usually this side is the one that loosens. Some nice big thumb studs, beautiful volcanoes on there. Crown spined. Looks centered. Is it off a little bit? I can't. My OCD is telling me it's a little to the left, but we'll see. All right. Full back spacer. No lanyard loop, which is perfectly fine by me. I mean, for the price. You know, this feels like you're getting a lot. So let's go ahead and give it a flip. Let's see how it opens. All right, beautiful. Oh, got a little oil on there. Let's clean that puppy off. Beautiful. It looks like almost like a hand satin. Oh, that's a dirty cloth. Do I have a clean one? Been doing a lot on that one. Time to throw some of those cloths off once I beat them up. So here it is, Vanguard Cheetah, M390. Does it say anywhere in M390 on any side? No, I don't see it. There's the frame lock. You do have some nice cutaway access there with a little bit of jimping right there. Did you see that? Let's see how well that works. Okay. That's pretty nice. All right, now can I catch it up here? All right, so I'm going to see if I can catch it. It doesn't really look like there's a big choil there. So it is, you know, you got to be careful. A little sharpening area there might dull that off a little bit, but that can catch on your finger, which is like if you like to flip your knives. Let me just see if I can do a reverse flick. I can. Now, sometimes, can I do a reverse flick with my hands on the lock bar? Let's see. I don't know if it's, yeah, it might be resisting a little bit. Can I go down here? Yeah, absolutely. So, is it breaking in a little bit? It feels like I should take it apart. Maybe put Skiffs on there. Probably would be something really cool. I gotta tell you, I like the crown spine. I like the blade. Let's look at that sharpening edge here. So, can you see that? Pretty even here. Oh, it's a lot thinner on this side. So it's an uneven grind. Much longer edge on this side, much shorter on that. That's probably what I'm seeing on the why it's not dead nut centered. No, it's to the left a little bit. It's not perfectly centered. So something that we can fix as well. it does bother me a little bit. I like to have that fixed. So the thumb studs work really well. I mean, they've got some good traction on there, and it's a nice angle so it doesn't hurt. Sometimes I know some people like really crazy aggressive thumb studs. They like to have that really sharp, edgy stuff. I guess they have, you know, half-inch layer of callus on their thumbs. I don't. I mean, I have calluses on my thumb because I flick my knives a lot, but I don't know. I don't go out and regularly pick up, you know, vats of melted, you know, aluminum and titanium. So I don't have these massive calluses like some people do. But I do have them from flicking the knives quite a bit. All right, so I can tell you. It's a little sharp right there. Not bad. Does have some traction. I thought I was feeling something. Yeah, right here. It's a little sharp there. That could have been milled out a little bit. Let's feel right here. Yeah, it's a little sharp right here as well. So those are a couple of little spots that might be a little uncomfortable. I mean, it's $250, and what you get is not bad. I see why it's $250. You know, people feel like it's an over premium knife. I don't know. Maybe the earlier ones they had all those things touched up, and the newer ones are being produced more, and they're not as concerned with them. But mine, it feels like a really good knife, like a good buy at $250. I'll say that much for what you get. Now it's got some weird noise. Right, let's listen to detent. A detent lash? No. Definitely not centered. That's going to bother me. All right. See the action? Not quite drop shutty. We'll get there. Maybe Skiffs will help at that. Definitely kind of curious about that. We'll try that. And it's a nice full flat grind, almost complete to the top there. Now, this doesn't really have bonus flick, I don't think. Or I'm wrong, because I just did a bonus flick with a middle finger reverse. Now, can I do it with the other hand? I don't know if I can. I can. Okay, well that was a surprise. Is there enough jumping up here for? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Can we do it? I don't know. Almost. Hold on. Maybe. There we go. Little front flip. It's a challenge, but it can be done. You can sort of front flip it. It's a, you know, you got to put a lot of wrist into it, but it's kind of like when I first learned how to front flip the big banter. I don't know if you know that you can. Okay, so it's not consistent. Okay. Yeah, it's not quite consistent. So definitely we'll look into that. All right, so nice and rounded. I like that. It's nice and chamfered all the way around. That's not sharp. Not really sharp up on top. I do feel like these thumb studs are pretty sharp from the side, though. Yeah, they are pretty aggressive on the side. I can tell you that. Right here, whew. Oh, this one's especially, does it have burrs sticking out or something? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's super sharp. I'm gonna have to file that down. That's almost, goodness, that's almost cut me sharp. I don't know if you can see that, but here, listen. We can see if we can listen to it. Let's zoom in on that. See that? I don't know if you can see that. That edge is super sharp right there. I mean, it can be fixed. It's just, this would definitely slice you after a while. I mean, it's sharp, slicey sharp. Like it can cut you, all right? So there's a few small details that, all right, I'm kind of starting over here. I was talking about how sharp this was. We looked at that. And then I started talking about the rest of the knife. And I thought, you know, they say it's a Sebenza killer, or a Chris Reeve knife Sebenza killer. I don't know if I would say that. And I did want to get out my sample, and I had brought it out originally. It was my Arno Bernard. Now, this is made in South Africa, made by the Arno Bernard brothers. Fantastic knife. This is a highly underappreciated, great value South African custom knife maker. I mean, it's very basic, but it's solid. It's solid and executed with precision. And the action on this is beautiful. It's RWL, 34 blade steel, hand polished, hollow grind. So this to me is more of a Chris Reeve Umnumzan or Sebenza or Nkosi kind of a killer, you know, because this is with this one here has the free floating ball bearings. I have my carbon fiber one, that's the flipper delete, and that one is Skiff washers on that one, just as beautiful, just as awesome. But you know, love that one as well. So I think this one here has some potential to be something like that. I want to take it apart. I've noticed right here, these, ooh, this is just so crazy sharp right there. I don't know if I can see. Yeah, it's sticking up. It's like a burr right there. When they did this, they didn't polish this at all. So that's have to take care of that a little bit. That's kind of frustrating a little bit. Might have to Dremel that, I guess. But definitely very cool. I just don't like really sharp things that eventually cut you, and it really takes away from the joy of a knife, right? There are little details like that. Sharp edges here, a little sharp over here. Things that I can fix. I mean, you feel like you shouldn't have to fix, right? And then T6s. Why T6s? Those are awfully small for being a critical pivot structure on this knife. And I get there's two, but why not just do one T8 or something a little more robust? Hopefully this comes out easily. Hopefully nothing's Loctited in there and it makes it very difficult. I mean, it's definitely a cool knife for around $250, I think. We'll see if I think it's worth it. I mean, it seems like a first impression. Now, what is that noise? Hold on. Oh, okay, so it's hitting right there. I got you. Is there a ramp there? I didn't think so. I thought there was maybe a ramp. No, there's not. All right. Well, we're going to take this apart because I'm curious about this one, okay? So, a cool knife for sure. I think definitely worth checking out. Bring out some of my supplies here and definitely some of the oil. And then, let's see, do I have my cage bearings here? Nope, that's not the bearings. Let's see. Oh, here they are. Let's see if we can use these. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one, these are going to be T6s. So let's get into those right there. Hopefully they're not Loctited in there super crazy tight. Let's see. Okay, that's a good sign. All right, long screws, very cool. Let's see how that T8 works. Hopefully I only need one. Typically it works on the lock bar side, so let's see if that is the case here. All right, so here's the back side. Little pin there, back spacer, pretty big back spacer. Got a little washer on top, a little blade pin stop. It's not gigantic. Let's see, get these out. Got some steel washer that goes against. That's nice. Nice little touch, I think. Definitely cool. So I saw one review where the guy said he had some weird milling going on in there. Mine looks pretty good. Yeah, looks pretty decent. So I don't see an issue there. I do need, there's a little dirt in there, so we're going to try to clean that out. Always like to have that cleaned out. I think that's really important. I have a captive pivot, a little D shape there. Nice. Let's look at that pivot. Okay, it is locked on one side, so maybe they put Loctite or super glue. That's cool. All right, so let's see what size these guys are. I'd like to kind of figure that out and make sure before I go any further. So it is, so this is my my template, or my, what I forget what they call it, cheat sheet. So it's a 6mm, okay? 6mm. Let's see how thick these are. Are they super thick or super thin? Oh, they look really thin. Oh, 3/64. So these are 3/64. All right, 6mm, 3/64. Not your typical 1/16. Okay, I should, I believe, have some of those. I thought I did. Please tell me I have one. There's 1/16. Oh, there's the one. Yeah, actually I have one that got incorrectly sent to me. One of the rare occasions, if you buy enough skiff washers after a while, you might actually see this happen. It's really, really rare. But I guess somebody in Steve's shop, they were packaging these up, right? And the 6mm and the 6mm and the quarter pivot are very, very, very close. Same number of balls, same number of a lot of things. And so I got the, I had this one that says quarter, but it was really the 6mm. So, and I'm getting another one replaced in. I'm just going to see how dirty these guys are. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's just confirm these are the right size. At least according to the measurement chart, that's what it says, 6 millimeter. So hopefully it fits, right? All right, let's see. Can I get it on there? Oh yeah, nice. So it does fit on there. Let's see how it fits in the channel. Nice, good in the channel. All right, so those are the ones we're going to definitely replace. So I'm going to put the old ones over here. That'll be nice. We'll clean up the little steel insert or the steel washer that goes against the titanium frame. It does give it a little better action, a little better, something better to run on. This is probably not going to stay there, but there we go. All right, so it's a D pivot, so that goes down first like that. Then I'll get a little bit of oil. I use nano oil. It's my personal favorite. Some people don't. You know, use what you like. That's my thing. Some people love various types of oils, and you know, you go for it. Whatever works for you. I have found personally just to be more consistent for me, and so I'm going to stick with it because I do like it. So there you go. I have KPL. It's not bad. I like nano oil a little bit better. And I get no benefit out of that, just so you know. I say that purely because that's my personal choice. And you know, with my investment in my knives, I'm not gonna compromise on certain things. I'll try other things out for sure. I have some Slickable that I got from OCD for EDC, and I'm kind of curious how that works. Haven't tried it yet. This could have been a good knife, now that I think about it, to have tried it on, but I didn't, so oh well. Before I do that, I was going to see about maybe adjusting this just slightly. It's not strong at all, but let's just see if we can do a slight adjustment. It feels like it might benefit from a little itty-bitty adjustment. Now that should come out pretty quick there. If not, now this is where it's really helpful to have one of these. And I'm glad I got one. It's a punch. Now, I'm not gonna go crazy here, but there is a very small little setting on here where I could put this on like this, right? Now I can use one of the very, very fine tips with my rubber mallet and see about maybe getting that screw out without hitting any of the threads, right? So let's see. Are you coming out? Well, you are. It's in there pretty good though. Ooh. Yeah, it's in there good. Let's see if we can give it a little more tap. Oh, the screw came out. All right, that's all right. Definitely an easier way to do that than pliers, I'll say that much. So this is what I also used right here to get my Sebenza thumb studs out. I used my little tool set here. I had it wrapped up. I taped up the thing. I had one thumb stud on there, and then I tapped it out, and it came out very cleanly, very easily, so well that I believe I can reuse that thumb stud if I wanted to, if I was so inclined to put it back, which I'm not, but I could, right? So there you go. I don't want much, just ever so slight. Oh, how well does this bend? That's how little I'm going to do. I'm using the screw to help me guide this in more directly. Excellent. I think I got it on there. Take this off. This is where I might just gently tap it back in. In this particular case, I think we're back in, pretty much, right? Yeah. Let's put the screw on. Thought the screw would tighten that up. Feels like it's off just a touch right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just see if I can tap that right there. Well, that's all I'm gonna do. That doesn't go any further than that's all she's broke. Unless when I put it back together, it acts weird. All right, we got some oil on there. Let's put a little detent oil on there. And what I mean by detent is I use Nano Oil 85. Boy, it's worn out because I use it, you know. So I put a little oil on the detent ball and then just a little bit on the track. Not a whole lot. And we'll put this back over here. I should put the pivot on first. Looks like it slid a little bit. I'm going to have to loosen that up a little bit. Okay, fair enough. I think it's on now. Let's do this. Let's do this first before I put any Loctite on. Definitely better action. All right, so I'm just seeing where that detent ball is going on the blade here. Didn't center up like I'd hoped, so I'm going to have to do a little centering, and I forgot to do the thumb studs, so we're going to have to do that as well. So typically for the thumb studs, I will use a little file. So let's go ahead and just use what I typically use. It's like my little Leatherman. That's better. Way better. Boy, that was sharp. That's crazy how sharp that was. I mean, that would have, for sure, I would have been bleeding and having issues with it, and then I would have hated the knife for some reason. I wouldn't really have understood why. Potentially. I mean, I think I would at least like to think I would have noticed it sooner or later. All right, that's better. Let's see, how about this side? Not too bad. I mean, it's a little up on top here, but it's not as bad as this. Oh, wait, there's still a little edge right there. Okay. All right, that's better. There's a tremendous burr on the other side. So much so I really felt like I was going to get cut on that. This one has a little bit. It's nowhere near what the other one was. That's much better. Okay. Whew. Man, talk about... Ooh, almost dropped the knife. Golly. Trying to sit up and I'm dropping stuff. Yeah, when I first got this, this was really sharp, so that definitely feels better. Now let's get some centering done here. Get a little piece of paper. If you've never centered before, pretty simple. I usually take a Post-it note like this, fold it over. Sometimes 2 or 3 times is enough. So we get it like this. Then what you do is you adjust your pivot. First you got to loosen that. Then you adjust your body screws. Since it's a little favoring to the right, that might be too much. I'm gonna put this little insert in here. It's gonna push just enough for the blade to go over to the right. Then we tighten up the screw. And we pull that out, and usually you loosen this a little bit. Just about where you want it to be. And that hopefully is enough. I really want to like this. I do. Everyone spoke so well of it. I'm having a hard time though. A real hard time. I'm finding a lot of little things in here. I think people oversold it as something even better than what it is. I mean, it's a decent knife. Mine came with a scratch too. I just noticed that. That's been on there since I first opened this box. That's interesting. Okay. I thought that was dirt. I never rubbed it off. It's not bad. I mean, I got the void right there. Just kind of a bummer. Clip looks okay. Backspace is all right. It's a decent design. Pretty simple. I wouldn't take it apart 1,000 times, that's for sure. It's not like a Chris Reeve Umazon or a Chris Reeve Sabenza that you can probably take apart 1,000 times and not worry about it. You can always get new screws for it if you did something stupid with it. This one, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know my first impressions where I'm landing at. I really don't know. I'm getting some weird action going on right now that can't tell. Is there dirt in there? Because I have skiffs in there, right? Is it the ceramic ball on the D10? Is that what's causing this? I don't know. Not sure if I'm digging this or not. I mean, it looks like it should be a really high quality knife. That's the reality. It looks like it should be something amazing. And maybe that's where I'm struggling, because my expectations are maybe a little unrealistic, right? Maybe I'm expecting more out of this than I should. I don't know. You guys tell me. If any of you guys got this, you have to let me know. Because I'm kind of not sure. I'm still kind of debating on that. See if we can fix this. It's almost gone. That's disappointing. I mean, I know it's $250, and I can't expect $400, $500, $600 knife out of that. But I've seen other knives that done really well, and everybody made this out to be like this amazing, amazing knife, and I'm not sure I see it. Right? I'm not sure I actually see it. But hey, that's just me. You'll have to tell me what you think. I've liked some of Tuya's knives. I've just never fallen in love with most of their design and production stuff, just because I've always had issues with certain things that just really key ergonomic functional things that in the end up being deal breakers for me. And I'm very particular, right? I mean, people are like, how can you like Benchmade? How can you be, you know, and I get that. Benchmade might be a little overpriced right now, going a little crazy nuts there. But I can always tune and fix it to get it to the quality of the knife I want it to be. Never have issues with that. That's one of my things that I really do enjoy about Benchmade, right? Now, what was that? I hear some grinding going on in there. I think we're dead nut centered, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'll have to give it some time. I'll have to give it some time and see how it goes. Oh, my little scratches back. Come on now. This kind of stuff drives me nuts, right? I should not have to do stuff like this. Can't tell if I got it. Since I wipe everything off, it seems to show up again. The joys of being OCD. Be thankful you're not if you aren't. These little things will bug you to no end. I'll let it go for now before I get mad and frustrated and do something that I'll regret. I feel like I'm hearing a noise, and that's what's bothering me. And it's not feeling as smooth as it did at first. It almost feels like I got something in there. And I didn't. I cleaned it out. Makes a kind of a loud clackety noise getting over that lock bar. Pretty sharp right there. That's. I gotta stop. I'm gonna be frustrated and do something and then not be able to fix it. Let's come back to it. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. First impression is good. It's just not. I'm not wooed and wowed. And I not to be dogging on Tuya or anything like that, but that's kind of my impression with almost every Tuya knife. It's really cool. It looks great. First impressions, it looks nice. Once you get it in hand, it just never, I don't know, it just doesn't execute. The only one that's come close to that was one of Jim Skelton's knives. He had a really cool one. Not the Scaphoid or Scyphoid or whatever that thing was. It was the one before that. His version 2 of the Caladran or something like that. That one I liked the most. That's probably the one most liked knife from Tuya that I've liked the most out of all of them. And you know, I had Dave Warren's special Envy. That was not bad. It was pretty cool. It just didn't come together. You know, it was like like some of the design was like, it was like you're almost there. And I'm not trying to be dog on anybody, but it felt like a prototype, right? It felt like a prototype that needed to get reviewed, needed to have someone look at it and then kind of decide, you know, what do you think? And then talk about the things you need to fix. That was my impression of that knife, okay? And for better or for worse, that's kind of where I stand with that one. So, you know, it was cool, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. But it wasn't, I think, as cool as it could be. But Jim Skelton's Caladron, I can't pronounce it. His version 2 was really good. That was my favorite. The Scaphoid had a lot of potential. There's a few things that if he came out with a version 2, I think it would be dynamite. Absolutely dynamite. And I still believe that. I absolutely still believe that because it left an impression on me, right? I felt like it was one of those knives that was just so close. And once he gets there, I think it's just going to go nuts. And I'll be on board 100%. But I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what I feel here. You know, I shouldn't have to go and sharpen some of these edges. I was told this was soft. It's a little more aggressive than I thought it was. I shouldn't have to try to center it, and I'm still not sure I got it centered, and I shouldn't have to try to clean up a scratch that maybe came up in assembly that I thought was dirt, and now when I tried to rub it off, it's obviously a scratch that was there. Now, I know I use my knives. I'm going to scratch it. I'm going to beat it up. I get it. It's like getting a new car. That first scratch, you want to earn it. You don't want somebody else to earn it for you, right? That's kind of the thing here. It's cool. I keep thinking it's pulling to the right for some reason. I don't know why. Is it pivoting? Is it pivot like? Is it starting to creep out on me? No, it's in there. Yeah, it's in there. I might have to try to center it one more time. It moved over, but not as much as I would like. And with two thin screws like that I'm not sure go really deep, because I noticed that as soon as I get it, it screws and it feels like it only does like maybe a turn and a half, which is not a lot for such a thin, long screw. So I hope it doesn't strip at some point, which is my worry about something like that. But it just feels gritty, and I just put Skiffs in there. Ooh, don't cut myself. It feels gritty, like, I don't know. I don't know if I got dirt in there and doing this, or if it's just by default, that's how it is. When it drops, it feels fine. But when it opens, you can kind of feel that. It's sort of a vibration, kind of like a car driving over, very smooth car, but still driving over gravel. That's the kind of feel I get there. I don't know. All right, enough of this. This is a really long video, so I apologize to you guys. So if you're curious what skiffs it takes, it does take, now don't look at this here. It's 6mm because I got the wrong skiffs in this bag. The one few times that Steve Skiff, the people who bagged it made a mistake. It's very rare that ever happens, but they did. So it's the 6mm, 17 ball count, 3/64 of an inch widthwise, right? It's going to be close to what goes in the narrows. The narrows is a full 1/4 inch. It's not 6mm. And 6mm is like 0.238 to 2.39 inches. So it's definitely, if you have tolerance of 0.25, typically it'll go to 0.24 to 0.26. And this is just under that. So I couldn't get it over that on the narrows. So I'm getting another set mailed to me, and I'll check them out probably tomorrow. It'll be in the future at some point when you see this video. But I don't know if I'll do a video of that, but I might. Just because I think it'd be worth it if it's a really good fit. This is okay. I'm not terribly disappointed or impressed, but it's okay. We will see. Sometimes I open a knife and I'm not impressed at all. And then later on I come back and I am thoroughly impressed. And that could happen, you know, and then sometimes it kind of stays this way. And sometimes you don't even see a video because I was so unimpressed after a while. Because I end up returning it because I didn't want to use it in any way. I just wanted to try it a little bit more, and I finally just said, nah. Before I get a chance to abuse it or break it or do anything, I'm going to just return it. And I hope that's not the case. I mean, I want to like it. It's kind of cool. Just, I would say, if this was a production knife, there's a few things I got to fix. I got to watch these scratch marks. I would go for a little more clear captive pivot. I would do bigger screws over there for sure. I would definitely work on the centering. That's really a bummer. I don't know if the milling, if it's how they mill it out on the blade, but I'm feeling something here, and I'm not sure what that is. And getting that lock bar over travel stop out was impossible. Most people wouldn't have the tools to do that, and so that's always a bummer. You know, you have screws for some of this stuff. The idea is that people can use those tools to adjust it. You shouldn't have it in there such incredible tolerances that your lock bar over travel stop never comes out. I shouldn't have to clean my own scratches. I shouldn't have to clean my knife after I just got it of scratches, right? I still almost got it gone, but it's just frustrating. A little OCD there. All right, sorry about that. This is a long rambling video. You probably might have already tuned out by now, but just being honest with my opinion here, for better or for worse, you know, either burning a bridge or building a bridge. I always hope, no matter what anybody says, my goal is to build a bridge. I want what I'm checking out to be a better product. I really do. And my hope is that if they release something like this, that they genuinely want it to be a better product. And if there's still time for it to be a better product, then I will give my suggestions. See, that's where it's coming in right there. Oh, is there like a little grittiness right there? I don't know if that's the detent ball. Maybe we can work that in. It feels like it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be gritty. It shouldn't be any grit there. It should be really buttery smooth, especially it's nice polish that they did on here. Yeah, okay, so we'll leave it at that. The Tuya knives, Tuya OEM'd knife. This is the Vanguard Cheetah. Vanguard Cheetah with carbon fiber inlays. Not a bad knife. I'm not sure if it's a great knife. Some people seem to love it, and that's awesome. I'm up in the air. Maybe I'll end up loving it, and that'll be awesome. Maybe I won't, but we'll see. First impressions, a little rocky. Putting skiffs in, tuning it. It's okay. It's a little more challenging than it should be. But these are the skiffs that you want. Make sure you know 6mm. Don't look at that. And the inner diameter is going to be 0.2395, or basically 0.239. It's less than 0.24. I'll just say that. So that's important, because if you have a 1/4 inch pivot, if you have a 1/4-inch pivot, you just have to know that 1/4-inch pivots have very strict tolerances, and sometimes I got oil all over here. Oh, maybe I should wipe that off. They have very strict tolerances that might not always meet the tolerances of maybe the washers you get, right? So just keep that in mind. All right, there we go. This is the Vanguard Cheetah. It is a interesting little knife, I think. It's interesting that it's made by a Swiss company, which is Vanguard Pro GmbH, which is like ink. That's the German version of ink. And they are in Switzerland, so they kind of incorporate the same way as they do in Germany, right? And that is Bahnhofstrasse 2. And that is 60 or 604 auch in Hor, Switzerland. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I used to take German a long time ago. But cool little box, not bad, not bad. There we go. There you go. That's my thoughts on it. All right, hey, let me wrap this up. Hey, if you found this review, impression, whatever, rambling was fun, interesting, or worthwhile, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? If you've already hit that like button, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel, allows the channel to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you. Especially to those of you who watch the videos, who like the videos. I sure appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already, hit that notification button down below so you can be notified of future content. And finally, to all my channel members, a big thank you. Thank you for being here from the beginning, along the way, and recently who've all joined. I appreciate you so much. And if you've been on the fence, you thought, hey, I'd like to become a channel member, I'd love to have you. I'd be honored. Check the description down below. There's a link. There's 3 levels, a $3, $5, $9, or $10 one. I appreciate it if you want to be a member, but please don't ever feel obligated, but I would be honored and it'd be really appreciative if you did. I love the people who join in. It's just exciting, right? And as a small way for me to say thank you, I do once a month, monthly giveaways. I usually try to make it very nice for the members because there have been so many. And I want to make sure it's something really cool. And then also, if you're a brand new member and you haven't emailed me yet, email me with your name and address. I'd love to send you a sticker. It'd be my small way to say thank you. And if you've been a member for a while and you're still a member right now and you haven't emailed me, email me too. I'll send you a sticker as well. If you're an Uber nerd, the top tier, you get a special sticker. Make sure you let me know. I'd like to send that to you as well. And then we do other exclusive things like behind the scenes content, early release videos, polls, different things. So yeah, let me know about that. I sure do appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. You guys, if you haven't already, check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.